Imagine this. You're scrolling through your phone watching one of your favorite creators. They're live, showing off a brand new pair of sneakers. Now, what if you could buy them right there, in that moment, with just a single tap? No new tabs, no searching a website. You just see it, you love it, you tap, and it's yours. Well, that's the dream of live commerce. So let's get into what's really going on with this trend here in India. So, what is live commerce at its heart? It's basically this awesome mashup of a live show, entertainment, and instant shopping, all rolled into one interactive experience. It's totally changing the game for how we shop. But here's the thing. While it's absolutely exploded in places like China, its journey in India is, well, it's really just getting started. It's a space that's full of mind-blowing potential, but also some pretty serious roadblocks.
And when we talk about potential, this is the number you've got to keep in your head. 800 million. That's how many internet users we're talking about in India. This is the massive, digitally savvy market that live commerce is trying to win over. The sheer scale is just wow.
Okay, so with a potential audience of 800 million people, you'd think live commerce would be an overnight success, right? But it's not quite that simple. The first big hurdle actually starts with the shoppers themselves, and it really all boils down to two things: trust and access. Just think about how you shop. We've all gotten so used to the familiar click and buy routine of traditional e-commerce or, just walking into a real store. It's comfortable. Live sessions, on the other hand, are this brand new thing. And for a lot of Indian shoppers, it takes a real leap of faith to trust this new way of doing things and to break those old familiar habits. And that hesitation, it's not just a vague feeling. It's based on some very real, very specific worries. Shoppers are asking, is this product the real deal? What's the quality actually like? What on earth happens if I need to return it? These are the kinds of questions that brands absolutely have to answer, with crystal clear policies and trustworthy creators if they want to build any kind of credibility. But let's say a brand actually manages to earn that initial trust. All that hard work can come crashing down in an instant if the technology can't keep up. You see, in the world of live commerce, a perfect, smooth stream isn't just a nice little feature. It is the entire foundation of the sale, period. And this is where that digital divide really becomes a huge problem. Sure, in the big cities, you might have a great, stable connection. But a massive chunk of the potential audience, we're talking people in Tier 2 and Tier 3 regions, are still dealing with serious bandwidth issues. A live stream that lags, buffers, or just cuts out isn't just a minor annoyance. It's a lost customer and a broken promise. All right, so we've looked at it from the consumer's point of view. Now, let's pull back the curtain and talk about the behind-the-scenes stuff, the huge structural challenges facing the industry itself. We need to talk about building the right ecosystem. You know how traditional e-commerce is pretty much dominated by a few giants like Amazon and Flipkart? Well, the live selling space in India is the complete opposite. It's totally scattered. It's happening on Instagram, on YouTube, on all these different independent tools. And that creates this really inconsistent and messy landscape for both the sellers and the buyers. And this brings us to one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. It's not just about having the latest tech. The success or failure of a live shopping event often comes down to the person on camera. That human element is absolutely critical. And right now, there's a pretty big skill gap. A lot of creators are amazing entertainers, right? But that doesn't automatically make them great at selling things. Many of them just aren't trained in how to really engage an audience to make a sale, treating a live event more like a casual hangout than a strategic business opportunity. On top of all that, you have to deal with the sheer noise of the digital world. I mean, we're all bombarded with a constant flood of live sessions, deals, and promotions. It's leading to some serious content fatigue. For any one brand or creator, just cutting through all that chaos to get someone's attention is a massive, massive challenge. Okay, so we've laid out a lot of the hurdles and the problems. But the story of live commerce in India isn't just about the challenges. Far from it. Let's shift gears and look at the road ahead and what it's going to take to unlock all that incredible potential we talked about. So the path forward really means tackling these issues head on. First, we need to standardize the platforms. Companies like Ikibor are already working on creating a more organized, trustworthy ecosystem. Second, creators need training to become skilled digital sellers, not just entertainers. And third, and this is a big one, we have to continue that vital expansion of 5G and broadband to reach every single corner of the country. And that brings us right back here to our big number. This is the prize at the end of the road. By solving these challenges, the challenges of trust, technology, and training, the industry can finally unlock the immense potential of these 800 million users. Because when you get right down to it, the ultimate promise of live commerce in India is about this huge shift. It's about moving shopping away from being just a simple, lonely transaction and turning it into a shared, interactive, and honestly, a genuinely fun experience. So, where does all this leave us? When you weigh all the incredible potential against all the very real problems, is live commerce truly the next evolution of how we shop? Or is it maybe just a passing trend? The answer to that question is something we're all going to watch unfold in the next few years.